Attacks against human rights defenders, journalists, and activists searching for hundreds of thousands of missing people in Mexico continue throughout 2025. Alongside other cases of torture, while the number of missing persons keep rising, Amnesty International said on Tuesday, April 21. In the Mexico chapter of its annual global report, the organization said attacks, threats, and forced disappearance, and even killings of members of this group increased over the past years as protection mechanisms were reduced by the Mexican government. And forced disappearance rose by 10.5% in December, while homicide fell by 27.4%, according to Amnesty annual report. The organization also stated that Mexico remains one of the countries with the highest levels of torture and ill treatment. Citing data from the Global Torture Index presented in 2025. Edith Olivares, head of Amnesty International in Mexico, told reporters that the government has an opportunity to transform the structures and practices that enable systematic human rights violations by state agents. She added that the report titled "The State of the World's Human Rights" has been submitted to Sheinbaum's team, and the organization hopes to open dialogue with them on these issues. Amnesty International expressed concern over migrants crossing Mexico, generally attempting to reach the United States, who often face extortion, kidnapping, and difficulties accessing healthcare, education, and employment. In early April, a United Nations committee called for the situation in Mexico to be examined before the General Assembly, stating that enforced disappearances have been and continue to be carried out as crime against humanity. President Claudia Sheinbaum rejected the call, describing it as a political motivated. Families of missing persons in Mexico saw assistance from United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights Volker Turk during his visit to Mexico City on Tuesday, April 21. With some unable to enter the meeting room at the Spanish Cultural Center and instead choosing to write letters to him outside. Carlos Ramirez, a member of the group Hasta Encontrarles, who managed to meet with Turk, said the discussion focused on the crisis of missing persons, insecurity, and alleged collusion by authorities, and urged the commissioner to pressure President Claudia Sheinbaum to accept technical, financial, and human resource support from the UN Committee on Enforced Disappearance.
Entonces yo creo que esto es una cuestión discriminatoria que no nos quieren hacer.
Quiero señalar que esta